Hello there, and welcome to the introduction to 5-Minute Dissertation Diaries. I've been working on my dissertation now for a little over a year, and when I got here, I was absolutely stunned and confused. And I'm not from an academic background. I've noticed that a lot of people that are not from an academic background really struggle with a dissertation. Let me tell you what I think I know about you. You're facing or working on a dissertation, and you are not from an academic background. You've never dealt with this before, and it's overwhelming. But trust me, you're not alone. Stats have shown that 50% or more of the people that attempt a doctoral journey wind up as terminal ABD. That stands for all but dissertation. Yes, there's a term for it. That means people have gone through the trouble to study all the latest scholarly literature and try to understand everything and never finish their dissertation. Over half of the doctoral students drop out at that point. Is that you? I hope not. I hope it's not me. You see, I've met several people in the professional world when they find out I'm pursuing a doctorate, and they say, oh yeah, I've got a PhD in whatever, but I didn't finish the dissertation, or I couldn't start the dissertation, or I couldn't find a gap in the research. Let me just tell you a little bit about me, give you some background on who I am. Maybe you can relate to some of this, maybe you can't. I started my doctoral journey 4.5 years ago. In that time, I've had 3 jobs. I've lost 2 of them. My first one, I really wasn't qualified for, but I trusted the people that brought me on board, that I could get up to speed. And I was there for a couple years, and I was getting up to speed, but then a round of layoffs came. And it's not a surprise that the person who's least capable, I wouldn't say least capable, but certainly not the most capable, wasn't part of the group that got to stay. In the middle of all of this, it was discovered I had afibrillation and sleep apnea. I was having trouble working, trouble focusing, and I thought that was part of it. I had a doctor who took me off of ADHD medication. I'd been on it for years, and he took me off of it. I had trouble focusing, I got sick, I got nauseous in the afternoon, I was sleepy. I thought that was a result of the sleep apnea. It turns out it wasn't, or it may have been, but it was also part of me being on the wrong meds. I was in the middle of Toastmasters. I wanted to make it through the Toastmasters program. I'm in the middle of a divorce right now. After a 15-year marriage, I can talk more about it later, but I'm at the tail end of a divorce. It should be settled within a couple of months. I had drugs ravage my home. I have 3 sons. All 3 of them at various stages have gotten involved in meth and or heroin. And it's been very difficult. My point is, I've had a lot of things happen, a lot of beautiful things, and a lot of distracting things. And I've had a lot of things that got in the way of me pursuing my degree. And I'm still plowing forward. And I would say to you, don't give up. Keep going. Here's what you can expect from me. I wanted to document my journey. You see, when I started, I wanted to talk to somebody who'd been through the process and see what they struggled with, see what they suffered with, see where they ran aground and where they restarted and what they did that was brilliant and what they did that wasn't brilliant. I wanted to follow in the footsteps of someone. I have to thank some of my inspiration. Footless Jo, I'll put a link to her page here. She was an inspiration for me. I got to follow her journey through amputation. Mimi the Motivator has been an awesome inspiration. They're both helping me with this process. I want you to follow me in this journey. If you're considering a dissertation or you're actually pursuing a dissertation. I keep these down to about 5 minutes, regular bite-sized pieces to see what I'm doing, to see where I'm moving forward, where things are going okay, where things are going great, where things are totally wrong and I have to step back and start over. I wanted that, and there wasn't out there that I could see. I'm doing this also for myself. I want to let you know that. I get something out of this too. One is, like I said, I didn't have this, and I wanted it. I also was supposed to have an accountability buddy for my dissertation process. My school recommended that. And a couple of my accountability buddies were less accountable than maybe they should have been. Maybe they'll be part of the ABD group that falls out. I don't know. But I wanted something that would keep me focused. So I agreed every Sunday night, as best as I could, I would record these videos. My progress, where I'm at, what I'm trying to do. That's what you can see from me. And that's what I get out of it. I get accountability from myself. I also want to let you know that I had a reason to finish this. I'll talk more about the why, but I'd encourage you to find your why. Why are you here? What's so important to you? And if I'm honest, if your why is not written down, and if your why doesn't bring you to tears when you're writing it down, then it's probably not strong enough. It probably won't keep you going when times get tough. I forced myself to do that, to write down my why I need a doctorate, why I will keep going in the face of failure, why I will persevere when things get hard, and things have gotten really hard many times. Find your why. Make sure it brings you to tears. Write it down. I'll talk more about that later. If any of this appeals to you, if you're pursuing a dissertation and you want to follow someone else, please feel free to check out the rest of my videos. And whoever you are, wherever you are, and whenever you are, I hope things go well for you.